Hey, you alright? So what we're going to be doing today, what we've been discussing actually for about an hour or so, is getting that next hoop tent on. And that one's going to be a 9 foot by about 14 foot. So it's 9 foot wide by about 14 feet. It's going to face the one that we've got there. As you can see, the Brassica tent. Mick's painted that this morning, ain't you, mate? Yeah. On wood. Started filling it up as well in the beds.
Yeah, the frame, that's about size, isn't it? Well, that frame is just about. A little bit harder.
Oh yeah, started putting them down. That is the right width, that really. That'll be about right, that.
Yeah, and then
we're gonna try and take it back as far as we can in depth to about here.
Yeah. A little bit deeper, like that as well.
Yeah. Might not have the girth, but it's got the length, Mick, hasn't it? And that's where it's going to sit. So the way that we're going to fix these frames into the ground is we're going to hacksaw this, or Mickey's, into about 1.5 foot, 18-inch, 20-inch lengths, which are going to be hammered into place into the ground, and then the framing will slot inside of that.
You don't know what we takes, we've got these for the flag now.
I know they've had it, haven't they? Chopped it down that from outside cop shopping, weren't you?
Should have put a Union Jack on Sunday on our Euro flag.
Yeah. Yonker the Wonker. Sounds like Wonka. So that's how it's going to look. So it's going to be around about, we'll have to measure it out actually, but it'll be around about 14 feet I think, by around about 9 feet when it's completed. And the only reason it's not going to be as wide as Mick's is we've not got any connecting bars at the top. But I don't really require that kind of space, to be honest. That's a cracker, that one I Mick's, you know what I mean? We'll have to have that as the daddy, and this is... That's the daddy, and this will be the mummy. The yin and the yang. So yeah, we're going to crack on with that. The way we're joining these... Yeah, out of this.
We've got all
sorts of shapes and sizes.
Cracking plan, haven't we, pal?
We have. Hopefully it's going to look the part once it's completed. But these are the ones that we're using. If you remember Mick's massive hoop tunnel last year that went down half the length of the plot, this is the two halves of it. That's the one half, and this is the other half.
I was being awkward. I wanted it wider, so I had, you see that plastic there?
Yeah, you had it that way, didn't you?
That way, so it was lower and wider with an extra piece on there.
Yeah.
That's why with no piece for the middle now. You come up with a good idea, so...
Yeah, we're going to sort of fit them together with that seriously strong stuff that I got the other day.
Managed to find 3 bears.
We've got these 3, which the inner of these is 25mm, which is lucky really because the outer of these is 25mm, so these slots pretty good as a connector between the two. And then we're filling them up with that seriously strong adhesive stuff, and that's hopefully, by tomorrow, when we're ready for putting these in, that's hopefully going to be set and strong enough to stand the test of time. If not, we're probably going to have to drill through there and put bolts through, round-headed bolts through and fix them underneath, which may happen in the future anyway. But to get it up...
Drill underneath and put a self-tapper.
Drill underneath and get a self-tapper.
Why? So we don't stretch it out?
Yeah.
Lift it over the screw head, see?
Yeah, so it's glued and screwed. That's the way forward, I think, with that, isn't it? Might be able to do that now, actually, today.
Yeah.
I've got my drills.
Hang on in with that stuff, yeah.
So that's what we're going to do anyway. We're going to get them as semicircular hoops today. Fix them, glue them, screw them, so that they're ready. And then tomorrow, we'll be setting them into the ground, getting them over the top, getting the straight pieces, the long pieces, and until we can get the clamps, maybe zip tying them together just to give it that stability while we get the tent on, the actual netting on.
Yeah, once we get them in them forms, this should be alright.
Yeah, once they're set into the...
That'll turn up Monday then, if you turn up Monday, I'll throw them on anyway, the sun is supposed to slide them on them.
Yeah.
Put all the bars ready and then...
But we're going to see what we can get cracked on with today and see how much we can get sorted. That big bed there. Double bed that. Mickey and Shirley when they stop over. He has, only the fox. Right, so we'll see you in a bit. We'll get a bit more done. We'll catch you in a bit. Alright. Yeah, so the base footings or frame that goes around the bottom of the hoop netted tunnel is going to be 13 feet in length by 9 feet wide, and that's on the inner, so the inner aperture, if you want to call it, it'll be 9 feet by 13, and the reason it's 9 feet is because helicopter flying over, unfortunately. There he is in the sights. The gap between there and there is 9 feet. I've measured it. Almost bang on 9 feet actually. A centimetre under, which is alright, because when those the cut down poles go in, that they're going to slot into, it'll be precisely 9 feet. The aperture's 9 feet, so it'll be 9 feet wide by 13 feet long, or deep if you want, when it's all done and dusted. Now that base is just roughly squared out at the moment, but tomorrow it'll be 100% squared off and it'll be levelled off. That back long length, the one that faces up the plot, is perfectly level. So what I will do then is I'll get some staves, 2x1 staves, knock them into the ground, attach that back plate to it, so we know that that is all level and it's in the right position, and then we'll come off from that with the others, squaring up as we go. And you measure corner to corner, which I'll show you tomorrow, and corner to corner, and you make sure that they're all square, and then that's when you put your final commitment in, really, the way you're going to make sure that it stays that way, by knocking the staves in, screwing the timbers to the staves, and then it should be flat, level, square at 13 by 9. Okay, that's the job that I'm going to do first before we put I don't know what you would call them. So we need 6 of those basically. That is one long pole, which is actually about 40 millimeters in diameter, not 28 or whatever it needs to be on the inner radius. I'm thick, me, aren't I? So it's going to be wider, obviously, than it needs to be, but we'll show you the solution to that tomorrow. But what will happen is that these are going to slot into to here like that. Obviously it's too big for it, but we're going to fill that with expanding foam and wedges to make sure it's stable. And then once it's set off and it's all gone off, it should be fine, that, because it's going to be well braced as well. Not just the hoops, but the bracings are going to go in as well, which again we'll show you later. Trust me and trust Uncle Michael, it'll be sound. Once they're hammered in, it'll be similar to that. So where these get knocked into the floor, and these are about 2 foot long, get knocked into the floor, leaving about 10 inches sticking up out of the floor, yeah? And then these actual hoops will go into them. Now he's not fixed them, it's actually the netting that's holding that down and holding that in place. And there's a couple of bracings, as you can see there. And it's going to be a similar setup when we do this one over this side, hopefully. So yeah, catch you later. Hello. I think on the last netted one, the netted hoop house video that we did, I I said that I got the scaffold debris netting from Wickes. That's Wickes. In fact, I'm certain that I did. In actual fact, I was talking out of my bum. That's arse. And it wasn't from Wickes at all. It was from this place behind me, which is called Screwfix. And I've just got some more. Alright, I'll show you. So yeah, that's the stuff. Debris netting. And it is 2 meters. Hang on. Yeah, 2 meters by 50 meters. Now, that's 13 feet long, the one that we're making. So 13 feet equates to around about 4 meters. Alright. So, we're going to need, and it's 2 meters, so I suspect that it's going to need about 3. So 6 meters to go around the hoop, at least, and it's going to be 4 meters longish. So that's going to be well enough. But it'll also do all the other beds that we're planning on doing this year. And as you can see, the price on this, I'll just take the light off. Switch the light off. Don't really need that. The price for that was £39.99, and that's the stuff. That is the stuff that we require, and it's from Screwfix. That's Screwfix, not Wickes. And I heartily recommend it. You'll do all your beds with that, no problem at all. 50 meters by 2 meters, not bad that.